You heard me? I said, don't open it up for me. Don't open it up for me. There we go. Peace, 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 everybody. I said, go check the door. Yeah, y'all can see the bloodbath. Beautiful bloodbath in the market right now. Something that you really want to take advantage of if you got the dry down. Peace, 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 peace. How we doing out there? How we doing out there? How we doing out there? How's everybody feeling today? How we all feeling today? Give it a couple of minutes to let people tune in and tap in. We check the chat on YouTube. Peace, 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 peace. Yeah, I ain't had time to really post the message on Instagram or anything like that, man. It was kind of like it just had to go type thing. Really just had to take off. So what y'all thinking? Market opportunity? What you think? Huh? What you thinking out there, chat? What you thinking? Huh? We have my homie Slice come on in a minute. We got some good. We're gonna have a full show later on, but I got Slice coming on in a minute. We got some news we gonna drop on y'all. Hold on, let me do this. Hold on, let me do it like this. Let me do it like this. What I'm gonna bring him in on StreamYard. I'm gonna bring him in on StreamYard. So give me 1 second. Let me actually send him the link. Come on here. Let me see. Invite. That way he can be on YouTube, he can be on Twitch with me, and he can be on Instagram. Give me 1 second. Send this out to my brother. All right. Let me get this brother on the line real quick. Bro, what's your email, bro? I'm gonna bring you in on the StreamYard. What's your email? Hold on. It should already be in here. How the fuck ain't it? Hold on. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I see what's wrong. Let me get this plugged in real quick. Hold on. Blockchain. Ah, there it is. Slice. There it is. Hold on. Get this sent out to you real quick.
Okay, shit. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Let's go. Shit, turn up.
All right. Here we go. All right, check your email in like 2 seconds. It should be there. Let me check something. Let me check my audio over here on my end real quick. Make sure everything coming through clearly. There we go.
Check my email.
Yo, John. Yep, check your email real quick. Y'all can let me know how the audio's coming through. Let me know how the audio's coming through if you can.
It ain't come. You want to text it to me?
It ain't come through? Hold on. Check your spam.
Okay.
No, you on camera, nigga. Shit, nigga, I want you on camera.
Yep, got it.
What you need? Don't need me.
Man,
Hey, you say you got it?
Yep, I got it. See that song sound straight?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That's crazy. I ain't know how much.
Hey, now, hey, look, they all need to hear that. Come in on the StreamYards. Come in on the StreamYards. All right, there we go. Give me 1 second. I really want to just make sure that y'all can hear me clearly. Let me see. Somebody can give me a mic check. Give me a mic check. Give me a mic check. Give me a mic check on YouTube, Instagram. Somebody give me a mic check. Let me make sure that the audio is coming through nice and clear. Audio good? No, Slice about to come on. You fasting? Yeah, today, Thursday. Yeah. Okay, good. Mic check good. Mic check good. Cool. Man, it's a lot really going on in the market right now. Well, we had a couple of stories. One that stands out to me, man forgot he invested $22 in Bitcoin. Came back to mind-blowing amount when you remembered it years later. And this happens more often than most really realize. Christopher Koch from Norway was an early adopter of Bitcoin. Back in 2009, when he was 25, he bought about 5,000 Bitcoin for $22. 5,000 Bitcoin, $22. Over the next few years, he forgot all about the investment, but it was rapidly growing in the background. Now, plenty of folks were quick to get involved when Bitcoin was launched, like Eric Finn, who bought around $1,400 worth of cryptocurrency when he was 12, and now he's a multi-millionaire. Over in Norway, Christopher Koch invested $22 in Bitcoin, purchasing 5,000 coins. Fast forward 4 years later, and Koch had pretty much gotten all about his crypto wallet, but his value had quietly skyrocketed. He eventually logged back into his account and was left reeling after seeing what it was worth. Now, if you ever discovered some unforgotten cash in your pocket of a coat you haven't worn for a while, you can imagine kind of how he feels. But rather than finding a crumbled $10 note, he discovered that 4 years after he invested $22 in Bitcoin, it was worth a whopping $850,000. Not my wildest dream could I have imagined that it would have soared like this. And you got to think, when he bought it back in the day, pretty much joke money. That's when it was magic internet money. You know what I mean? It's bizarre that these psychological reflexes that make us attach a value to something that doesn't have any in and of itself. See, he don't even understand. He just bought the shit back then. Coach sold around a fifth of his Bitcoin and was able to buy himself a flat in Oslo. So he bought himself a house. According to reports at the time, he kept holding the rest of his crypto wallet, meaning there's a good chance he's earned a lot more since, particularly with Bitcoin hitting a record high. Now, it goes on to state others have been big losers thanks to crypto. Let me see where my brother Slice at. There you go. Hold on. Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Hold on, Slice. Give me one.
Gotcha.
Hold on. Give me a mic check, Slice.
Yes, sir. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Cool. All right, can y'all hear him? Can y'all hear Slice? Let me know for those that are tuning in on YouTube and IG if y'all can hear him through his audio.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. We in here, man.
What's going on, my brother?
I'm feeling good, man. It's a good week, bro.
It's a good
week,
what's
man.
Talk to me, man.
So,
What's been new in the world? Hey, look. This ain't the full show we gonna do. This ain't the full show. You know what I mean? We can just give them a slight introduction of what's going on. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And then really dive in later on.
Yes, sir.
But go ahead and talk to the people. Let them know what you got going on. And if you want, you got to let you share your screen too if you got anything you want to pull up.
I really need to come. I'm on my phone right now. I need to come in. I'll probably come in from my computer in a couple of minutes. But
Okay.
man, it's a beautiful time right now, man, because like a lot of the stuff we've been working on that coincides with with our mission already is kind of just everything coming into fruition from the music side, the creativity side, and just the way things is advancing. I remember how okay, you try to do something and the technology probably ain't caught up right then. So you like, okay, we're gonna give it some time to catch up. A lot of the stuff we be trying to do, and man, you give it a couple months and stuff start catching up quick. So what I'm seeing right now is a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do about 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It wasn't that it wasn't possible. It just was way less user friendly. The protocols that was out there, it just wasn't the right time. They ain't had that time to develop like that. So I'm just seeing a lot of stuff catch up now, and it's allowing me to do stuff that I really need to do, that's tied to my real world use cases. So even with the AI that's coming out that allows you to hook it up to your studio, some of the editing software, even with the CRMs and a lot of the back end stuff. I mean, it really allowed you to let's say you want to have your own record label. You could run a whole record label by yourself, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Now, we ain't gonna say a Def Jam or a Warner level, but we're gonna say, at a moderate level, you could have your own record label and have you a couple artists, a couple producers, engineers, A&R, and you can have all this stuff streamlined with just some of the basic tools that's out there right now. You know what I'm saying? If we start getting into, the AI mastering and all that, that's a whole nother conversation. But just right now for the creatives, I don't think people understand how much blockchain has advanced and made it to where, it's not, for people who do they everyday stuff, it's a protocol out there for them that they could leverage to enhance their workflow. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much where I'm at with it right now. I'm in a space to where the technology is caught up with the creativity, where it allows me to do certain stuff that it ain't even that I couldn't do it. It just wasn't as possible because the technology wasn't up to speed. So even down to what we're doing with the music right now, you know what I'm saying? We dropped instrumentals, was it February 2nd, 2022?
Was it 22?
Yeah,
Okay,
because it
yeah.
was all twos. It was 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Yep. So even when we dropped instrumentals, at that time we were so ahead back then. We just dropped the song as an NFT. You know what I'm saying? And now moving forward, look at the advancements that have happened with Audius, with Bass Drop, with Gala Music, with all these different platforms out there. It's so many different ways you can get your music out there directly through the blockchain.
Now, what advantages? What are the blockchain releasing versus traditional? Let's say you a young lad, a shorty, whatever they want to call it, right? You fresh, and you want to get into the music game. What would be the advantage of somebody trying to do it exclusively blockchain and AI based versus the traditional path, trying to get on the radio and all that? What's the difference?
So in my opinion, I would say the difference is the ability to have that connection for direct to consumer. So when you look at a Lil Russell, he is cultivating his fan base around building a relationship with them, being relatable, but then also, just making listening to his music an experience. So it's not just a task or anything. It's something that everybody feels involved in. So what I would say is what this does is this allows you to create a listening experience, to create, your live show experience in a way to where you can monetize it, but you can also streamline the data and you can do everything pretty much instantly. So for example, if I was to take an album and put it up on Audius right now, I don't have to wait for if I was using DistroKid, TuneCore, or CD Baby or any one of these other distribution platforms, I would have to wait, anywhere from 3 to 5 days, possibly a week for my release to hit all those platforms. And then when it hits all those platforms, I have to wait on the streams. And then once the streams are calculated, you still have a 60 to 90-day period before you get paid, less than a tenth of a penny per stream. So looking at that, you really would make more money just going back to the old school way and selling out the trunk, $10 a CD, whatever, right? So instead of going all the way, like, there's nothing wrong with CDs. I'm just saying, like, for example, instead of using CDs, you can do the same exact thing with NFTs or selling your music directly just as a product. So they come to audience, they can buy it with crypto. You get the crypto, or they can buy it with cash and you still get the crypto. So now you have an on-ramp and a payment medium, fully decentralized, no KYC, where you can monetize your music instantly. And the only other option that I would compare that to is like SoundCloud, but SoundCloud and Audius is like, if you compare them apples and oranges, it's like, I'm gonna say Audius is better because I can do everything I can do on SoundCloud, plus I have the blockchain integration, plus I can get paid for my music right then. So when you look at streams, right, and I do millions of streams a month, so I can attest that it's like, you're not really gonna make that much money unless it's from the masters, if you just only depending on streams. Now, if you have merchandise, if you're selling your CD, if you're selling an experience, if you have tickets to a show, if you have creative branding, like when you look at a Travis Scott, a Nicki Minaj, you look at the way that these artists are packaging their albums now, they package it in a way to where the hard copy sales can get them on the Billboard. It only take 500 hard copy sales for you to actually chart on Billboard. People probably think it's hard, but any of us could do that. It's not hard to do that. So when you see Cardi B out here running around, all she gotta do is sell 2,000 to 3,000 copies, and she's literally gonna be the hottest artist in the game, documented right now, because people can't even do that. Sell 2,000 to 3,000 hard copies, and back in the day, they were selling way more than that.
Right.
Way more. But you think think about it. You think about 2,000 to 3,000 copies at $14 a pop or $10 a pop. You know what I'm saying? That's good money in comparison to waiting on the streams, because 2,000 to 3,000 streams ain't even finna make you a whole dollar.
I hope y'all hear this. The gems that's being dropped over here. Wayne, I see you in the building. Peace. Do we got artists that are in the building right now with us? Any artists? If you were an artist, if you went to the music, poetry, written word, whatever the case may be, anything that you can monetize, give me a thumbs up or something. Let me know how many artists we got in the building right now. Marathon.
Whether you got music, poetry, whatever you got going on, even if you're just a producer, because producers get paid like artists. Look at Metro Boomin. Look at DJ Khaled.
You know what? Have you come across any beat makers on the blockchain yet? Like anybody selling beats through the blockchain?
Yes. So if y'all look up, now mind you, these two guys I'm about to name are already certified in the regular music industry, but they have started building a fan base on the blockchain side too. If you look up, what's his name? Kato the producer. He drops a lot of game on his page. If you look up, I want to say Illmind. I want to say Illmind is doing something with blockchain too. Look up Illmind, the producer, and then who else? I've definitely seen some. Now, what's interesting about this that I will say that, and it's sad to say, we lead in culture, but we're always behind in the stuff that actually matters. So, like, for example, right now on blockchain, on all the music platforms, is dominated by rock, EDM, and alternative music.
Right.
It's a little bit of hip hop in there. You might see some of us on there, but in reality, they're already over there with a very small community, and they're thriving at a very low level with no type of culture or anything that they would consider cool on their platform. The same stuff where they spend millions in diversity out in the regular world to just get a hint of culture to make themselves appeal to their sponsors and advertisers. you know, it's not really much of a presence in the blockchain world. Even when you look in the metaverse, we was running around the metaverse. We probably were some of the only people they seen where we was actually showing that, you know what I'm saying, we melanated. You might have had melanated people in the metaverse, but we
Right,
showed that
we
it's
niggas,
possible.
man.
Yeah, we
For lack of a
showing it.
better term, you know what I'm saying? In fact, I think we were the first ones to stream recording music in the metaverse. I'm pretty sure about that.
I'm pretty sure we is.
Especially on the
I'm pretty
melanated
sure we
side.
is.
Somebody said that they saw Audience allows the ability to sell stems now.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So the way that works is it's a feature called remix and then stems. So what that does is when you set up, so when you're selling the song on Audience, you got different options. You can sell directly to the people who following you, so they have to follow you in order to stream their song. The other option is they have to buy the song directly. The other option outside of that is they have is a token option. So this is where you can add utility to a NFT that you already have. So like, let's say you're an artist, and no, we're just gonna use this for example, right? The Finstrumentals.
Okay.
We got the Finstrumentals NFT. If you were holding the Finstrumentals NFT, we can make it to where you can't listen to this song unless you're holding this NFT. So we can token gate the song, we can token gate the album, and then as far as the stems go, that comes in as the added component for like deliverables once they buy it. So once they buy it, you give them the option to be able to download it or to only stream it. Now, if you give them the option to download, you do have the option to put the stems of the track in there, and then through that process, you're giving them permission to remix your stuff if they choose to. Now you don't have to. All of that is custom. Like each thing that I said, they give you those parameters, and you can go in there yourself and customize it throughout the process. But it does allow you to do that. So like they got remix contests where they actually pay out artists to the best version of the remixes made. So right now I could drop a song, I could put stems in there, I could tell everybody go get the stems, put your own remixes up, and then whoever does the best off of there, you know what I'm saying, I could pay them some audience tokens or whatever. We could really do whatever we want to do. It really don't matter. There's no limit. But audience is that it's that middle, it's that threshold. It's a nice bridge to be able to do a lot on the independent level when you're looking at like, okay, this would be my even.biz mixed with SoundCloud. This would be my Bandcamp. This would be my new version of a TuneCore account. Because the other thing is, if your stuff is together and your songs are registered, you can make money off audience regardless because it still pays for streams just like Spotify and everybody else does. But it does it as a public performance, meaning you wouldn't get paid on the master side for that or Sound Exchange. You would get paid directly through your performance rights organizations, aka PRO, which would be your BMI, CSEC, and ASCAP, one of those three. So that's how audience pays out. They would be paying directly through your PROs.
I want to throw just an example or an example out there for individuals, right? Just imagine, and this how we know that the culture ain't tapped in yet, because this something like this would be monumental on the collector side, right? Think about old Jackson's records, vinyl, whatever the case may be. Only a couple of them left. Very, very, very valuable, right? Now, in today's world, it really ain't no value to music like that because they've hijacked it. You don't have, oh, I got a Drake CD from this, you know what I'm saying? You don't have that. But imagine now if somebody like a Drake was to release an exclusive album with only 1,000 copies and threw it out there at a bidding war, meaning that I'm going to allow y'all to pay what you think it's worth. And you got to think, Joe, Drake, 1,000 copies, only 1,000 holders of this one album, this music. And, he could probably put some type of little perks in there where you could commercialize it. And it's so many different routes you could go with it. But just from a collector standpoint, imagine how valuable something like that would be. You know what I mean? People got to really wake up and see what this technology is giving you the ability to do. And
all it takes is for them to see the right person do it. I mean, we already about to do what we doing, bro. Like you already know, we about to show these folks, the way that we want, the way we see it, it should be. But like even when you look at what Kanye West did with that album that he dropped, where they could only listen to it through that device that he made. Remember that?
Hey, I got 2 of them devices. I bought them when he dropped it, just to have. I opened one and just kept the other one like some collector shit. I got that.
How was the experience with using it?
I'm gonna be honest, it was just like using a Bluetooth, but just the music was only on that one Bluetooth type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. So you couldn't take the music off of there. You can only listen to it from the device.
Hey, if you could, goddamn it, I don't know how yet.
I'm
gonna tell you that much.
I think he did it like that on purpose, though. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm talking about.
It was something new. It was something new. It was slick. You know what I'm saying? I still think Tory Lanez did it better.
Oh yeah, with the yeah.
Like now, people really need to research what he did with that, bro. That kind of came, was hot, went and then left. But the ingenuity and the seriousness of what he was able to do and who he was able to bypass is what people really need to tap into.
Yeah, because I mean, bro, like in reality, like that's a made it today situation right there. Like he was able to make the money before the music actually was able to even hit the market, to be real. And I can speak from experience, bro. Shit, we're so used to putting out music, we just expect not to make no money for the first year or two, just because that's how the game just set up. Unless
I was just about to ask, bro. Like normally, let's say you're an artist, you're signed, whatever the case may be. You do something, blah blah blah. A check gets cut. How many hands does it go through before it actually reaches the artist? Does he get paid first and then everybody else down the line? Or
so
go ahead.
It comes down to structure, right? So I'll give y'all 2 examples, and I do about artists, right? So we're gonna take a Lil Russell, and then we'll take a who is an artist that, okay, you know what? Let's take Young Dolph for an example because he was with Empire. So we'll take Young Dolph, we'll take Lil Russell, and then we'll take somebody who's a little bit more major, like a Drake. So a Lil Russell, he's gonna get paid first because 9 times out of 10, no, I take that back. Lil Russell, he has a company, he has a good company, so his company would get paid first, which he owns, and then that company would pay him as the artist because he has the entity set up. Now, in a situation like me, I have an entity as a label, but that's like older branding. Like I'm not even using that label. So like right now, the music that I'm dropping, I'm just dropping it straight independent. So the money literally would just go straight to me. You know what I'm saying? Then on the publishing side, I would have my entity collect as a company for the publishing and then pay me out as a writer, because as a writer, you get paid as a writer, you get paid as a composer, you get paid as a publisher. You know what I'm saying? But for example, you'll take Young Dolph. Now, Young Dolph's situation is pretty much the same because he created Paper Route Empire. So Paper Route Empire would get paid, and then Paper Route Empire would pay Dolph. You know what I mean? Now, same exact situation for Drake, except Drake doesn't own Cash Money or Universal. So Universal and them get paid first. They got to pay. I could be wrong, but I'm just assuming they would have to pay Cash Money as the production company or the label, subsidiary label to them. And then that company has to pay Drake or has to pay whoever has to pay Drake. And then that's pretty much how that goes. So usually when the bigger your situation is, the more hands in the pot, the longer it takes for you to get your money. You're the most popular. You're going to be responsible for everything everybody do. You're going to get the most scrutiny. You're going to get the most attention. You're going to get all of that, but you're going to get paid last if you're in that type of structure. Now, if you're in a situation like a Young Dolph or a Lil Russell or me, who just, I don't have a label, I'm not signed to nobody, don't nobody own my shit, can't nobody tell me shit. Regardless, you're going to get paid in full, but you it just depends on what you got in place. You know what I'm saying? Even if you have management, in some situations the management might get paid before the artist. So it all comes down to, that's why we always tell people, be careful what you sign and don't be in such a rush just to just to get a deal, because in reality, a deal ain't nothing but a loan that you got to pay back.
Bro, it's a fucking loan. Like some people can literally get their credit up and probably go get a better loan than they would getting signed.
Oh,
But then,
definitely.
of course, sign comes with the machine behind you and yada, yada,
Yep.
yada, 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 yada. You know what we're
So,
going to do,
so,
though? Hey,
so this
look,
the thing about
hold
the
on.
machine, though.
Hold on. We're going to cut it right here, bro. I got a consultation coming up. We're going to cut it right here, but we got the full show. If y'all like what y'all hearing right now, right? We ain't even dropped what we want to go live for. We ain't even dropped it yet. So, if y'all like what y'all hearing right now, you're going to come back around. You going to be available afternoon time, 1, 2, 3 p.m.?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be at the office. It's lit, bro. Let's get it.
Okay.
I'm
Look,
going to be at the office. Hell yeah.
for the artists out there, that are within earshot, if you want to get signed to Shady Meme Records, reach out to me. Reach out. We're signing artists with a new Blockchain 360 deal. We're going to get you right. Hey, but we're going to come back live. I appreciate everybody that was able to tune in and tap in. Hopefully you got some good info. Now, what I haven't figured out is how to save this on Instagram yet through StreamYard. But I'm going to figure it out. Don't worry about it. Slice, I appreciate you coming on, my brother.
You
For
already
those
know,
that
bro.
aren't following Slice, if you want to drop all your socials real quick, bro.
Yeah, if y'all want to follow me on Instagram, it's SliceIX, SLICEIX. And then on Twitter, it's SliceIXLIVE. So anything I'm doing within the crypto world, you know what I'm saying? I got pretty much over there on my Twitter. And then, yeah, y'all reach out to me, man. It's lit. I'm going to be on here later on dropping that game and showing y'all how y'all can, bridge
Hey,
this Web 2 and Web 3.
for the artists out there, y'all definitely want to return and come back when we go live because we're going to be dropping the blueprint. And it comes with a lot of baggage. In fact, what's crazy about that, bro, with what, Big Bro is doing, not Big Bro, what Broski doing, with him, coming through with the, he going to tweet. That's almost like a machine when you use what we're going to be dropping on them that they can use. That's almost like having a machine behind you in a way.
Yeah, it is. It's the new concept. It's the new machine. Like it's what it should have been with the freedom. Like if we could have had that over here with the freedom, the regular music industry would have been cool. But since it got so greedy, it's like it makes this way better because this is essentially an open source record label, bro. Like a decentralized machine. You know what I mean? Where you have access to what you have access to, but you can still do your own thing. And the only ties that we have is smart contracts.
Hey, that's and we're gonna cut it right there with that. If y'all want to tune back in, Hibbo Bullet Show, special guest Slice IX. We're gonna be streaming this time not only on the traditional platforms, we're gonna be streaming on the blockchain, probably Pump.fun, probably Retake. Bro, I just think that we can stream live on the You Dig on the app. I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk to you about that. That works. That works.
That's new.
Yes,
That's new though, right?
No, that been there, but I don't think it's just opened up as like a main feature yet. But it's been tested though. Like we done tested it at a show or two, so it works for sure.
Okay, we're gonna tap in with that, man. We're gonna see if we can go live everywhere for y'all good people. Until the next one, peace, power, and prosperity, family. We are out of here.
Yes, sir.